Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting. My name is Carl Froch, aka The Cobra, former unified champ, Hall of Famer. You know the jazz. I just want to say before I start a big thank you to everybody who watched the live broadcast on Netflix, my Netflix debut. I know I did the press conference a couple of weeks ago when Big John had a go at me, but that was actually my first live open broadcast for a big fight. On the panel there were Lennox Lewis, Layla Ali, I just loved it. Andre Ward and David Haye was down ringside. But the positive comments I've got back haven't gone unnoticed. Really appreciate them. Thank you very much. But a few things have happened since Saturday night at Tottenham. So let's get straight into it. Right, so the biggest talking point from Saturday night was this face-off between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. The face-off that never happened. I personally feel that they missed a little bit of an opportunity here. I think they should have... I mean, everyone knows this is quite a big fight. And I say quite a big fight because I said it's too late. And I still stand by that. We'll get into that in a minute. But the actual coming together of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was in the ring, he had the mic, he was shouting at him, you shit house, and all his usual carry on. AJ was sat, Mr. Cool, too cool for school, sat at ringside saying, I'm not dancing to your tune, I'm going to sit here, I'm not getting in the ring. Turkey Al Sheikh said to Eddie, get in the ring, and he shook his head. He stopped calling him Mr. Excellency now, and he stopped doing what he's told. He just stayed out of the ring. I was like, Eddie, get in the ring, let's build this up. But he didn't. He stood his ground, stayed out of the ring. AJ sat on the chair ringside, never got in the ring. So Tyson Fury and AJ, all they had was a conversation between one mic that was working. So there was like, AJ said his bit, and he threw his mic up to Tyson Fury after he said his bit, and it was like, I just feel there was a missed opportunity. Why did AJ sit there and not get involved in it? Was it because he was a bit worried? Did the reality of it dawn on him, and he's like, oh, Fury's in. That wasn't a bad performance against Makhmudov, actually. I'm not ready for that. I don't know where his head is, but it's now transpired, and Eddie's confirmed that Fury won't be AJ's next fight. He said he'll almost certainly need a tune-up fight first. Now, that makes sense based on how AJ was interacting, or the lack of interaction with Fury on the night, but he's got to be careful who he fights. So, just to summarise, I think if this fight's going to happen next, which it looks like it won't be, AJ should have got in the ring. They should have had a bit of a face-off. They should have had a pull and a push and got stuck in. I think that's what Netflix wanted them to do. Certainly what Turkey Al Sheikh, the ring mag, and all the people involved wanted them to do. But it didn't happen. AJ was sat there. He was quite cool, AJ. He was like, listen, I'm the landlord. I'm not dancing to your tune. I'm running boxing. Whatever you think of that. I mean, I don't know how you run boxing. His last fight was getting on for 2 years ago, and he got splattered by Daniel Dubois. And since then, all he's done is fight that fucking fake Paul geezer in a 7-8 round sort of sparring session. So it's a long time to really not have a good performance, because you can't really rate the performance against fake Paul, can you? Right, so if he's not going to fight Tyson Fury, which it looks like Eddie Hearn has confirmed, then who could he fight? I think Dillian Whyte is probably an option. And if I'm honest, I don't really want to see him fight Dillian Whyte. It's already happened. It happened back in 2015. It was a good fight, good build-up fight for AJ. He got clipped on the chin with that nice left hook. Then he turned the fight around and absolutely splattered Dillian Whyte on the bottom rope. He was hanging on one. It was a great fight. They were supposed to rematch in 2023. The fight never happened. I think Dillian failed a drugs test. It's probably the kind of fight that AJ would want, because he would think this is going to be a steady number for me. And Eddie Hearn could stick him in with that, probably sell the O2, make a bit of coin, get his profile up, but I'm not interested. It's not a fight I want to see. I've seen it. AJ's two-time world champ. He's up there, and he's either going to become a world champion again or have a big fight with someone like Fury and make some money, or just retire, just forget about it. There's no rebuilding process. He ain't got time. What is he, late 30s now? Same as Fury. If it's not Dillian Whyte, it could be Zhilei Zhang. We know what he's about. He's a southpaw, could be good prep for Fury, but again, and that's got a Saudi appeal as well, because it's that side, and we've seen him in against Deontay Wilder. So Zhang's not a bad opponent, but if you heard that AJ was fighting Zhilei Zhang, you're going to look at it, you're going to go, oh, fuck off. You're not going to want to see it, are you? It's not a big... Well, I wouldn't anyway. Still risky, though. Still get knocked out, because Zhang can punch. I think fighters that AJ should definitely avoid, that you can't put him in with, is someone like Daniel Dubois. Obviously, we see what he did to him in the first round into round 5. Absolutely hammered him, finished him off, breakdancing on his head. But Fabio Wardley's dangerous. Fabio Wardley's a big puncher, full of ambition, full of desire. He'd go in there, and that's like, would you risk AJ with Wardley? I certainly wouldn't if I was managing AJ. And Moses Atama, just forget about it. I mean, he's still got to have his chin checked, Moses Atama, but he looks like the real deal. You ain't going to stick AJ in with him. So just fucking get on with it. Fight Tyson Fury. That's the big fight. That's the fight that people still want to see. Yes, I did say it was too late, and I think it is too late. AJ's been beat a couple of times, been knocked out bad as well. Fury's been done, and I know he can't get over the Usyk fights. He reckons he won both of them. He got fucking done in the first fight. He's lucky the referee saved him in the first fight. In round 9, the referee literally saved him from getting stopped. And he's talking about he's won. He didn't. He got well beat. So these two fighters are past the sell-by date. They've had better days. They should have boxed probably around about 2019, 2020 and 2021 when Fury was coming around at the back of the Deontay Wilder trilogy and AJ was pre-Ruiz. That would have been a fight when they're both kind of in the prime 6-7 years ago. That's when we wanted to see AJ Tyson Fury. We still want to see it now because it's AJ Tyson Fury. It's past his sell-by date, but it's still a big fight. These two should just fucking get on with it, get in there and get this fight made. And all this pre-fight warm-up bullshit, it's totally unnecessary and it's going to kill it. Anyway, let's see what transpires with the AJ Fury fight. I feel that if these two don't fight each other next, if AJ has a warm-up fight, he could, even if he's fighting someone who's a knockover, he might get injured, he might hurt his elbow, he might jar his shoulder or twist his neck, and he's going to need 2-3 months out. Then he's going to need another 3 months training camp. This fight gets further and further away from happening. This fight needs to happen now. If it's going to happen, it's now or never for me. But listen, this is a fight that I want to watch. This will be one of the biggest fights in British boxing history. And I know a thing or two about big fights in British boxing history, not to mention Wembley Stadium. You know how I roll. Let's get this fight on. I would look forward to being there, building it up, and I think if these two get in the ring in the next fight, I reckon it'll be quite a tasty dust-up. I did say on my post-fight reaction after the Netflix broadcast that I make Fury a favourite, but only a slight favourite, just to the fact he's just gone 12 rounds with Makhmudov, and it's a nice tune-up, and AJ's, I won't even call it a fight, but his last fight was against Fake Paul, and before that, he got done, didn't he, by Dubois, so this is why they're probably saying AJ needs a tune-up, but I've already been over that. No tune-up for AJ Fury in their next fight, because if not, it's not going to happen, but I hope it does. So let's move on to Conor Benn and Regis Prograis. On the night, I didn't think the performance was that good. I thought it could be better, and I was quite disappointed that he didn't get Regis Prograis out there. Regis Prograis looked hurt in round 1. It looked like his ankle rolled or his leg dipped when Conor hit him, and I think that was more because of the state of Prograis before he even got in the ring, rather than the actual shot that landed from Conor Benn, any kind of power shot, because if he was hurt, Conor Benn didn't do anything about it. But I've since watched the fight back, because I like my boxing. I want to sit back and watch it in peace and quiet from all the different TV camera angles. I turn the commentary off. Nothing against David Hay and Andre Ward. I just don't like to be influenced. I like to watch it, score it myself. And I tell you what, that performance against Regis Prograis was fucking awful. I'm not being horrible, but this is a guy that's now talking and shouting out Ryan Garcia. On that performance, Ryan Garcia absolutely splatters him within 3 rounds. As far as I'm concerned, that's my opinion. I know my boxing. Conor Benn was struggling to get his distance, his range. He was leaping in with his chin in the air. He was walking into shots. He fights like he can really punch. Like, imagine Nassim Ahmed. I know he was slick and he'd duck and dive and roll under shots and get in range and land a big, powerful shot. Naz had finesse and Naz had skill, so that's probably a bad example. But let's compare him to his dad, Nigel Benn. He used to take a few shots, slip and slide, get in range, because when he got in range and planted his feet, he'd fucking unleash hell. He could punch hard and render his opponent unconscious. When Conor Benn gets there, taking 2, 3, 4 shots, he gets there, he hits him, especially at this weight, 150 pounds, he's on about dropping down to 147. He's got no punching power. He's not punching hard. What's happened to him? Why doesn't he punch anymore? Why is he not ferocious? He was exciting. He was a front foot fighter. Really, really good to watch and exciting to watch, because he got there and he let big shots go. And he was rendering a few people unconscious one year on in his career. Down at this weight, at 150, and he wants to go down to 147, he's not punching. So he needs to tidy up his fighting style, his defence. He needs to get behind the jab. He needs to become a bit more of a boxer and a mover. But he fights with ambition and he fights with design. He fights with that bit of hate and that he grits down on his gumshoe, which I like. It's solid to watch. It's good fun. But he's not going to get very far if he fights with the performance that he put against Regis Prograis. I saw Regis Prograis on the way out in the car park. I had a picture with him. His face was all bruised and a bit battered. The heads came together quite a lot. But I'll be honest, he said to me, look, he didn't hurt me. I was hurt before I got in the ring. I turned up to this fight knowing that this is my last fight. I'm retired. I said, are you retired now? He said, yeah, I've retired. I'm retired. I'm happy to be over with it. He said it was easy to survive in that fight against Conor Benn. Conor was sticking it on him, trying to get him out of there, doing his utmost to make an impression. I think he was anyway. He should have been. He should have been trying his best to try and sort of show the world. This was an opportunity to show the world that actually I'm in with a two-time world champ, and look what I've done. I've got in there and I've walked through and I've obliterated him. And he hasn't. Regis Prograis was able to survive, and from what he told me, he found it quite easy. He was smiling, having a laugh. Yeah, he was bruised and that, the heads came together, but he was happy with coming away from that with a distance loss. He went the distance, and he's going home to his family now and announced his retirement. So yeah, I think Conor Benn, he needs more. I don't know what he needs, to be honest. He's got Tony Sims, fantastic trainer. He's got Mark Seltzer helping him out in the corner. I don't know if he's at the right weight, if he needs to move up. It's just dangerous. Around anything heavier than that, he's in against punches. But maybe like Eddie Hearn said, he's more effective at 160 pounds. He looked better against Chris Eubank Jr. But just to summarise, based on that performance against Regis Prograis, Conor Benn, for me, cannot be jumping in with Ryan Garcia. I'm laughing because it's like, for me, it's like a bad joke. You can't put somebody of Conor Benn's level in with somebody of Ryan Garcia, who's been in there with the likes of Devon Haney and Tank Davis. I know he didn't win them fights, but he's in the fights. He's WBC champ now against Barrios. He knocks people out with that left hook. He's got blistering hand speed. He punches hard, and he means business. And there's levels to the game. And Conor's he's not at that world level yet. He still needs to develop. He still needs to be in a couple of fights where you say, I mean, it's pointless going on about it. I think you know what I'm saying. Fair play to him. He's absolutely smashed it. He's had 2 fights with Chris Eubank Jr., made a fortune. Now he's had that one, allegedly $15 million. He's fucking had it off. Just have one more fight with Ryan Garcia, get fucking splattered, made 20 million and retire and disappear into the sunset. That's what I'd do if I was Conor Benn. But I wish him all the best. But he's going to need some serious adjustments in his training and his sparring if he's serious about becoming world champion against Ryan Garcia for that WBC belt. One of them ones here, look, there's 2. There's one there and there's one there. But anyway, that's my bit said. Let me know what you think in the comments. Right, so that's it for another episode of Froch on Fighting. Before I go, I do need to mention Love Island boy Tommy Fury has been piping up again. Listen, look over my shoulder. Tommy, if you're watching, you probably aren't. There's a British title up there you can't see. A British title, you will never have one because you're not good enough. There's also 4 world titles there. 2 WBC, WBA, IBF. If you even fall asleep and dream about winning one of them, you need to wake up and apologise, as Muhammad Ali said, because you're no way near. You're talking about, I'm looking for a payday, I'm broke, I'm a nobody. Well, there's your answer to being a nobody. Hall of Famer. Listen, I'm not here to big myself up, but it's so funny on so many ways because you're so wrong. And I'll tell you what, I'll take the fucking payday. Of course I will. I'll fight your old man who's absolute full of shit and you on the same night. You can do a tag team. You can both get in the ring on the same time. It's misfits. Do what you want. I'll take you both on and I'll take you both out because it's easy money. Easy work for the Cobra. But anyway, that's it. Don't forget, hit like, share and subscribe and we'll see you very soon.